Before I get started today, I would like to start off with just saying something to John Bursel's family. John's been very, very close to the Illini family. He's been involved in our equipment room. He means a lot to our football players and our football team. His wife, Joyce, passed away on Friday, and I just wanted to send our condolences out to him from the Illini family, from the Illini football family. I know the memorial will be tomorrow, and I know that there'll be a lot of Illini football players that'll be a part of that. So I just wanted to start it off with that. Recap from last week. Again, I think it's like a deja vu type deal. Again, an opportunity to win a football game, an opportunity that you have to make plays in a football game to win that football game. We turned the football over too many times. Plus, we had opportunities to create turnovers or have those turnovers and be beneficial for us. That did not occur. And then, again, there's a loss. And, as this football team moves forward, we know it's rivalry week. I was very excited with our players today. We practiced on Monday instead of Sunday. We practiced this morning. We felt that getting the guys here on Monday would be an added addition to them getting a day off. And so we went this morning and had a practice this morning, watched film, finished up the film from Purdue, and then we got right directly to the team upstate. And a very, very good football team, very, very good program. Coach Fitzy's done a great job up there, and that's what rivalries are all about. I've been involved in the best of the best, and I know that that's what you play the game of college football for is these rivalries. So we'll be excited and know that it'll be a challenge, but a great opportunity for us.
And they're 8-3, but I mean, if you look at their 3 losses, I mean, they could almost be 11-0. I mean, they
very easy. Very easy, B. Playing extremely hard. You see a team that's getting better every week. We were so familiar with one another prior to me getting here at Illinois. I know what type of program is run up there, and Coach Pat does a great job. A great job. He's got a good staff. Mick McCall, his offensive coordinator, was on staff with me at Bowling Green. Dennis Springer, his running back coach, is up there. He's also was on staff with me at Bowling Green. So, they've done an outstanding job, and you can see the 7 years that he's been there, they've really established themselves.
How did you get to know him? Was it through those coaches that
not me playing against him? He was much better than anything that I would have been. But he playing it in a bowl game. We ended up playing in the Motor City Bowl against Northwestern when I was at Bowling Green, and that was really the first time I met him. Greg Brandon, who was our head football coach there, of course, coached Fitzy. And so that's where the relationship started.
How's he built this thing up? What have you noticed from his programs the last couple of years?
I think they play extremely hard, play with great enthusiasm when they play the game. I think that he's incorporated a lot of what that he wanted to do offensively and defensively, and they did it quite fast. So, he's won a lot of football games and done a good job doing it.
Status of the 2 Jonathans, do you know anything yet?
Jonathan Brown will not be available for us for this football game. And John Davis was out practicing with us today. So that was great news for us.
Ryan?
Lank was out there on the field. He did not take full reps, but we would like to see him progress tomorrow. Today was more of a, acclimatization type day, getting acclimated to things. Tomorrow we'd hope to see him out there on the football field.
What's your first reaction to the 2 teams coming in the Big Ten?
Well, Lauren, I got asked that question this morning, and to be honest with you, maybe it's because of the blinders and you're so focused on trying to get that win and making your team progress further and further. I was shocked by it. I had no idea about it. But I know we have great leadership in the Big Ten, and I know that they would be two great additions to the Big Ten, but I don't know a whole bunch about it.
You talk about getting a win in this last game. What would that do for the next 9 months? Knowing that
It's huge. Well, you're only, you say you're only as good as your last game, so it's a very, very important football game. It's a rivalry football game. That's why they have it usually last. And I've been involved in great ones. I mean, the best of the best. And they're very important. We try to do some special things to bring this game even more of a rivalry atmosphere. So it's very important.
You've been a part of Ohio State, Michigan, Oklahoma State, Oklahoma. Is that where you're trying to get here?
Auburn, Alabama. Yep. Cleveland Browns, Pittsburgh Steelers. I watched it as a kid. Yeah. I think it's important because that's what college football is all about. I know I just brought up the Steelers and the Browns, but college football and those great rivalries that they have are just tremendous. I mean, that's what's been talked about forever. And I think they're very, very important and are things that young men play college football for.
What's the key defensively against them?
Well, Mick does a great job of changing up the tempos, and he utilizes more personnel packages. Again, Kane Coulter's had a great year. I mean, he has run the offense exactly the way you try to run that offense, so I think it's utilizing and understanding what they're going to do to us based on the tempo and the personnel packages that they're using, and then always knowing where Kane's at because he's done a fabulous job of using his feet to get him out of trouble when he needs to get out of trouble.
And yet they use two quarterbacks. How did they use Simeon in there too? Then?
Well, Simeon's I watched him in spring ball a couple of years ago, and you could see that young man was going to be special too. So you could see a year of maturity, and he's definitely got the arm to hit the outcuts to the field from the far hash. Very, very strong arm. So he's enabled them to really play a two-quarterback system.
What's been different for your defense the last couple of weeks? Is it opponents, or what are you guys doing right?
Well, we're not giving up the big chunk play. The reason we gave up 3 big chunk plays in this last football game, those happen to be the ones that hurt us. So, again, it comes down to those plays. I think our defense is, we played better at leveraging the football and doing those sorts of things, but still it comes down to making that stop when we need that stop, and we didn't make it. So, you're only as good as the W's that you have, and that's what this football team understands.
Do we have any questions for the phone lines? Herb, you got a question for Coach?
Yeah, Coach, you mentioned the chunk plays. That seems to be Northwestern's stock and trade. They just seem like they really are explosive offensively. I'm sure you noticed that. Just talk about what you're trying to do to counter it.
Well, again, Herb, I mean that is their offense. Their offense is that chunk type plays, and you've got to have great vision. You got to be able to make sure that we can open field tackle or tackle out in the open space. It's very, very important that we get 11 guys running to the football so that those chunk plays don't occur. Again, they're playing with a bunch of guys that have played a lot of football for them. And, as you can see, that's why that offense has progressed and progressed and progressed.
You've been asked about this rivalry, but just to follow up on that, it seems like you really fed into that and got into that right away when you got there. Why was that so important to you with the Northwestern rivalry? And just secondly, are you the one who put up the sign on the back wall?
Yeah. We did as a coaching staff, and I guess it's from the people that I work for, my history. You know, and again, I talk about college football being about rivalries, and you know, it's a specialness that we sometimes separate ourselves with the other leagues. And you know, the people that I've been around, the Mike Gundys and the Jim Tressels and the Urban Meyers and the Dave Beckmans and those guys that I've been around, it's very, very important. Rivalry games are very important, and you know, it's just another stride. You know, that's just what we do.
Anything else from the phone lines? Okay, here in the room, anything else for Coach?
Thanks.
Thank you, Coach.